Hey everybody, this is John Trent here with Bounding into Comics. Talk to you today about Ta-Nehisi Coates, Marvel, and Leinil Francis Yu's Captain America #1. I stopped by my local comic shop, Flashback Comics, in Woodbridge, Virginia, and I picked up the Adam Hughes variant, super patriotic, that awesome American flag he's got in his hand. Huge, really like it a lot. Um, so this comic had a lot of apprehension coming into it. We had seen leaked photos of what looked like Antifa members in the Free Comic Book Day. That kind of jumpstarts this story. Um, but what's interesting is I actually found the Free Comic Book Day story much more interesting than this one. I felt like it kind of like overdid what we saw in Free Comic Book Day. Yeah, it introduces us to some interesting characters and what they're up to. If you're a fan of Claremont's X-Men, there's Celine, and she's showing off her mutant abilities there. And she's kind of taking out Hydra, which is interesting. The story kind of introduces us to the power elites. We saw this chick here, this woman. She seemed to be like the leader, and she's taking us to Russia, where Selene are, and they're taking out the leftovers of Hydra. There's pretty crazy scene at the end that we see there. But I mean, overall, like, I mean, it's a lot of like, I feel like most of the issue is a lot of exposition. It's setting everything up for what's to come, which they kind of already did in the Free Comic Book Day special. So I'm not, I mean, it wasn't like an exciting issue. Yeah, we see this like cool stuff here with Nuke. So you can see here there's Nuke going on right there. And then there's a bunch of Nuke clones. They're actually cyborgs that these power elite have sent into operation to take out this rally between the Hydra sympathizers and what are like the Antifa forces. It's kind of we kind of just get a redo of all of it, where Cap took out most of the Nuke guys, and then then there's a whole like helicopter of them coming on, and he kind of just has to take them out again. So there's a little bit of action, and it's fun. There's some like really good. Like this is a really good splash page with Captain America leaping into action. And then you kind of get a little bit about how Cap and Bucky do things differently. Um, but what's really cool here is like you get a little bit of insight into Cap. He knows who's watching, and it's this little kid who's watching what he does, so he knows he has to set an example even when he's dealing with um, nuke cyborg terrorists. So he does it his way. I mean, he's still like obviously using violence to solve the problem. Still Captain America. Um, I mean, it's just like I said, it's just a lot of exposition. So yeah, we see the conclusion of that fight. We see, we see the Shield kind of move in. They have like a new weapon to take out cybernetics. Fortunately, Bucky is able to flee. Um, but what's really cool here is that we do get a little bit here. I mean, we kind of like I said, this is another cool splash page with Cap. What's really interesting though is that here we get what who we thought were like introduced as members of the Power Elite in Free Comic Book Day. There's a little bit more on them, and then we get a little bit more on Cap's relationship with Agent 13, aka Sharon Carter. It's kind of a icy relationship. The two aren't on the best of terms right now. We can see she still like has her outfit going on. It's the only time we really see it, I think. Most of the time it's just up of her face. But yeah, so you get Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is involved. Who knows what he's up to? I mean, it seems to me he's working with I mean, in the Free Comic Day, it definitely feels like he's working with the Power Elite, who are in Russia now. Um, I mean, the artwork is fantastic. Leinil Francis Yu is really good. Um, I mean, every panel feels unique and different. You can see here, I mean, that just looks really good. But like I said, it's just, I mean, you get some like interesting character moments here between Captain and Agent Carter. But other than that, I mean, I just feel like, I mean, you could just, I mean, you could probably just skip this issue and go right into the second one, and from Free Comic Book Day, and you wouldn't really have missed a beat. Like, I mean, there's some like decent things with like the difference between how Cap and Bucky like handle their jobs. Other than that, like, I mean, I just don't really feel like this is one that you need to like really go out and buy. I don't think it wasn't a bad comic. It was a good average comic. It tells an interesting Cap story. If you didn't read Free Comic Book Day, it's probably a lot more relevant. You kind of sets the stage for what Coach seems to be showing. I mean, I still don't think we know enough about like what the story is he's going to tell and who the Power Elite are. So for a final judgment on like what on this Coach's run will be, I mean, once we've got a couple more issues in. But at this point, I think it's just just a decent, average, pretty good issue of Captain America. There's some drama. I mean, I do like these character moments with Cap and Agent Carter. They're pretty well done. Um, it's probably the best part, and I just like, I mean, just look at this, pretty good. How like, I mean, we just have them kind of talking, but we have all like Francis Yu's storytelling is just great. He like the close up, and then hands in the face, and then kind of just brings it down and looks at Cap and tells him what's on her mind and why they're on ice, right on icy ground right now. But yeah, I mean, it's worth a purchase, but it's not like you have to go out and get this one. Um, like I said, come back to me in about a couple more months, and we'll see where we're at. But right now, I mean, I like the story so far. It's not terrible. I mean, it's not as good as some of the other stuff that Marvel put out for its name is the name is I'm just blanking on what they are calling their new initiative right now. Um, but yeah, their new initiative with all their new number ones. But like, I mean, Venom and anything Donny Cates is writing has been pretty good. Ghost Rider, Cosmic Ghost Rider was probably the worst out of his three new books. With Death of Inhumans was really good too. But yeah, no, I mean, it's probably on the top part of it's. I mean, it's probably in the middle of their new releases. But yeah, so this is that's Captain America. Um, Check it out if you want to. I mean, I don't think you're missing anything. Probably find out a lot more about what's going on in the second issue. All right, that's me tuning out. I'll talk to you guys later. But dude, I do love this Adam Hughes variant cover. I mean, I couldn't resist. But I'll talk to you guys later. This is once again John Trent.